I'm here right now with Ann Crisco, who is a volunteer working at the Tropical Clinics with Dr. Kalibwa. Thank you so much, Ann. Thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you very much for having me.
Yo, you're
Absolutely.
welcome. She's actually, if you've been able to log on to the live chat, she's our expert online to talk to you. So now, Ann, how long have you been working with Dr. Kalibwa?
Just about a year and a half.
A year and a
Yeah.
half? Okay.
Yeah.
What brought you to her?
I was looking for a foundation to work for, and I went onto this site and I found various foundations out there. And when I looked into what Margaret was doing, I was very impressed, and I met with her. And when I met with her, the warmth that she portrayed and the passion she had behind what she was doing really drew me to her, and I've been with her since then. We just had this great connection because if you ever meet her in person, she's just out there helping people, and it really comes through in how she carries herself. And
Yeah. And a person with that kind of enthusiasm is infectious.
absolutely,
Which
absolutely.
is wonderful.
Yeah.
And we wish that we could have more people like her. We could clone her.
Yeah.
And spread her around.
I know, honestly, that would be great.
That would be great. That would be great. And now, since you've been with her, what kind of things do you do to help with Tropical Clinics?
I help her with various fundraisers that we have for the most part. We do have something coming up in the fall, a walk.
Okay.
So if you're out there watching and you're available probably at the end of October, we're going to have a walk in the Princeton area.
Okay.
It's going to be a 5K and just walk around, and we're going to have some entertainment for you. So that's going to be another fundraiser. Honestly, whatever she has, she'll throw my way to help her with little things. We have meetings, we brainstorm, just to raise some money for these people in Kenya who unfortunately don't have what we have in the U.S.
Right. Exactly. So now, the walk. How can people, if anyone's out there, I'm sure there are millions of people out there watching, and for those people who are out there watching and would like to get involved in the walk, how can they do that? I know you're just working on it right now, but what can they do if they want to find out some more information now? What can they do to get in touch with you?
You could always email us at info@tropicalclinics.com or go onto our website, tropicalclinics.org. To get the information. Right now it's not posted on there. This is brand new.
Okay.
So we're still putting the pieces together. But coming up probably in a month or two, we will have information on those two areas. But you can send us an email and we'll give you information once we get more of it together. So,
how many other volunteers are working in the office with the two of you? Is it just you and Dr. Kalibwa, or are there other people that are there as well?
We have Kanal, who's also helping out, and Noel as well. So basically the three of us and Margaret.
Wow.
So if you're looking to volunteer, we could always use that as well.
And if they want to volunteer, all they have to do is log on to the website.
Yes.
And then shoot out a quick email or
sure.
just expressing interest. So if you're not able to donate, volunteering your time is just as appreciated as your dollar bills. So if you can't send some money, send your time. It's always, always appreciated. Now, when I was talking to Dr. Kalibwa, there were some things that popped into my head that I didn't get a chance to ask her, but I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Now, we're asking people to donate, and and I keep mentioning small increments of $5, $10, $15. What are the costs going to specifically, and how much can a small donation do? Just a little bit do for the people in need?
Well, we understand that, perhaps people can't donate a large amount. So we do have small amounts of money that's going to give greatly to these people in Kenya. For $1, one child can get the vaccinations that they need, just $1. So $5 would vaccinate 5 children. $12 would vaccinate 12 children. That minor amount for us that we might spend in a Wawa can help these children out, be a little more healthy. As small as $5 is going to give vitamin C to a child who may be malnourished. To 2 children,
Wow.
to 2 children. Yeah, and a little bit higher, $28, which isn't that much, is going to help a woman during childbirth to make sure she's going to be there for her child after the childbirth.
Yeah, so, they seem like such again, things that we take for granted, things that we just assume. We assume that if we get pregnant, that we're going to have a child to full term, that everything is going to be okay. But these, and that you personally, as the woman who's carrying the child, are going to be okay. But getting pregnant in these countries, it could often be a death sentence.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to say that, but
Right.
because of the lack of medical care,
Right.
the lack of medicine, the lack of just of nutrition, the lack of vitamins during pregnancy, could cost some of these women their lives.
Yeah.
And if anyone out there, if you're watching, if you could just donate what you can, and again, donate your time to just help Dr. Kalibwa, help Anne, help the people in rural Kenya. Now, since the time that you've been there, what are some of the things that you've seen happen or take place in your short period of time in working with Tropical Clinics?
I have been there a short period of time. She's been around since 2005. So I think over time, we're just getting the word out a little bit more. And we're getting more support. And more people are willing to help us out and volunteer on smaller bases or just do whatever they can to help us. So we're spreading the word pretty much. You know, it just keeps. Again, Margaret is her way of being is so contagious. She's just, when she speaks to you from that first moment, you just know that this person is worth working with, worth supporting. So we're spreading the word now, and the growth has been great.
Now, let's say that someone is out there and they do want to help. Maybe they can't donate money, but they want to donate their time, but they don't live here. They don't live in New Jersey. They don't live in Princeton. What are ways that they can help to get involved if they live in another state, even if they live out of the country? How can they help outside of a monetary value? What can they do to support Tropical Clinics?
You know, perhaps they could do something in their area that, you know, might be able to help us out, spread the word there, just get more people on board, you know, let people know what we're about and the cause that Margaret's putting through, and really just talking about it would help. You never know who you could talk to and who's going to be able to get us, you know, the money that we need. Yeah,
that's true. Word of mouth. I mean, just a simple conversation can change so many different lives. But yeah, if you're not able to donate your money, but you want to help, you can do just that. You can spread the word. You can talk about Tropical Clinics. You can invite your friends, your family to log onto the website to help spread the word. Talk about it at your community meetings, wherever they may be. But just getting the word out, getting the information out there, focusing on the need of these people for these medical supplies, again, that we take for granted, that they don't always have available to them. Just getting the word out. I'm trying to think of, now what's your specific background? What's your background? Tell me about you.
My background. I actually, like Margaret, was just impacted by an incident that made me want to go into public health. My background is not in public health at all.
Okay.
I have a background in statistics.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's a leap. Statistics.
It is a leap. Yeah.
It's good.
Right.
I'm glad that you're here. I'm
Right.
I'm certain that Dr. Kalibwa is appreciative as well. But that's a big leap.
It is.
I'm sorry,
It is a big
continue.
leap. Yeah. So there's a point in my life where it was actually my father in his passing, and I looked at him and I said, you know what? There's more to him than just a body. There's a spirit inside, and you have to let that spirit do good in the world, and that's what our creation of our spirit is. So kind of after that, I was finding my path, and then came to a point where I decided I was going to join an organization, and I found Margaret. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's so important. I mean, we often think of what, we're all here to do something. Everyone is here to leave their mark in some way, shape, or form. But trying to find your niche is, for some people, they think it's impossible. But just to be touched in that way, I think is amazing. But just doing one little thing for one person, one time, spread the goodness. Oprah Winfrey has something that she says on her show, and I can't remember it right now. Of just giving back. It's paying it forward. There was a movie about it, and they talk about it a lot. But just paying it forward, giving back to someone selflessly, where you don't expect to get anything in return. You're just giving to give, and I think that's a big part of what you guys are doing. I mean, you're not. Of course, you're doing this to help the people, but it's a non-profit organization. You're not doing this to become wealthy. You're doing this simply to give back and to help out. And if there's anyone out there that you think that you could send a message to that might be, just, I don't know, inspired today to give back, is there something that you think you could say to, I don't know, maybe just to inspire them, I'm not sure, to make them want to give back?
Well, I like the example that Margaret gave where she helped out that one lead individual in Kenya, and then that individual then helped all these women with the garden. So you don't think that just by talking to somebody and telling them about it, it's going to make an impact, but you never know what a conversation can lead to. So if you decide you want to help out Tropical Clinics, either volunteering or donating money, do more than that and tell somebody about it, and they might be impacted by it as well. And your donation, as we're talking about, they're so small, could really impact that one individual in Kenya who's going to impact a whole community. So,
And you
just
never
talking.
know the child that you could save. You never know who one of the children, what they can do, and if you can save that life, what that child is going to be able to do in the future. I think that it's so important. The community garden, I think, is just, it's such an important concept that they not only have over there, but that we help, to create here in the States as well. Malnutrition is something that's affecting people all around the world, not just there, but here and in Asia and everywhere.